One time I did a gig at the Miami Improv. Are you doing that soon?
I did a couple weeks ago.
Okay. And
I love that room.
It's a great room.
Staff is awesome.
Great staff.
Shout out Justin, Melissa, awesome.
They pick you up in a limo. It's like It's like the '80s. They pick you up in a limo, and it's some cool Hispanic guy with aviators on. He's like, "Yo, S.A., what you getting into tonight?" I'm like, you're hungover from the flight. I'm like, whatever the town brings me. And he goes, "You need coke? You need whores? I got you." And I'm like, oh. And I was like, "Who else did you get some whores for?" And he goes, "John Panette."
Wow.
Apparently, Panette would ask for a bottle of tequila when he landed, some blow, and then hookers at night.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, that guy had an appetite for a lot, I guess.
Yeah.
Blow, and to be eating that much is weird.
Crazy.
That ain't good.
Farley too. Farley was a big blow guy.
That's right. Yeah, when you're fat and you do blow,
yeah,
your heart is like, what are you doing to me, dude?
I know.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
But it's all those fat dudes. Dude, I was watching a Babe Ruth doc, and it's pretty bad. It's on Max. I mean, he's amazing. It is funny that there's just no black people playing. They're like, "This is the greatest athlete I've ever seen." I'm like, not one black, Dominican. He didn't have to go against any of the, there's some Negro Leagues guys putting up some crazy numbers.
Sure.
But he was amazing. There's no denying Babe Ruth was amazing. And you look at what he ate. And
crazy.
It was like 4 hot dogs for lunch, 2 ribeyes for dinner, a ton of booze, a giant Coca-Cola. Even when he's not drinking alcohol, he's just drinking like sugar water.
And cigars.
Scotch.
Yeah.
Sausage.
Wow.
8-egg breakfast. And there's one line. It's just like a hero worship documentary. It's like a PR fluff piece where, they're like, Babe Ruth adopted a kid and with a woman, and then he walked out on her. Anyway, Babe Ruth, the things he did for those cancer-ridden children were the Lord's work.
Wow. Yeah. Well, what did he die at, like 54?
50.
Okay.
I think he had some sort of cancer. They didn't even tell him he had cancer. That was the weird part.
Whoa, really?
They were like, yeah, you're just not. Well, it was back in the day. They're like, 53. I was wrong. So they didn't want to upset him.
Yeah.
It was like, by the way, I would be pretty upset if you didn't tell me I was dying.
Yeah, right? I mean, well, they wanted to keep playing, I guess.
But he was a fucking booze bag party animal. And then he just like, he had a kind of a sad end of his life.
Sure.
But, when you are flying that high that young.
Yeah, give me a wide shot, no pun intended, of Babe Ruth. Because even with the steaks and the booze and the cigars and the hot dogs and the Coca-Cola, he still is thinner than my uncle, who is like a tax attorney.
He was, and they show clips of him, and they're like, he was so fast. All the clips are sped up, though. Just like spinning around. I'm like, all right, well, he might have. Apparently, he was fast.
Yeah, he looked fat. His little legs could really go, but he's not even that huge.
He's got the body type of Winnie, kind of the hefty, the little legs, but the
fat middle, like he's one long chode. But yeah, he's not even. I guess he's pretty big there. But man, is he an ugly son of a bee?
No one looks like him.
No,
it's not a normal face.
My ex, but that's why I had to get out. Oh, there he is with the Asians. That's fun.
Oh man, he was iconic though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, everyone loved him on the team. He was like the party animal, playing cards, like getting loaded all night.
Love it.
Took you under his wing. Like that must have been pretty cool.
And it was back when sports figures were like gods. They're like, oh, the Babe, there he is. He's 7 foot tall. If he's a foot, he can crack a bat 20 million miles. That whole thing. It was almost like a Superman figure.
Exactly. And like the type of legend who would refer to himself in third person and wasn't annoying.
Yeah.
Like, go to this restaurant and tell him the Babe sent you. But it's pretty cool the way he did lift up his teammates. I mean, he's iconic, but the doc was so bad. It's just people being like, he was the greatest man who ever lived.
Right.
We loved Babe Ruth.
Come on. I watched the Yogi Berra doc.
I bet that was good.
It's good, but not as, they're like, he was a little dumb, a little slow, immigrant family, barely spoke English, big wop, ugly guinea, about 4'1". They really gave him the business. But
he was awesome, though.
So cool.
It ain't over till it's over is the most iconic sports quote.
He's got it's deja vu all over again.
Yeah.
I mean, his lines are like Groucho Marx-esque, but the beauty is he didn't know he was saying funny. He wasn't trying to be funny. He was just kind of slow.
Yeah.
And he was just saying, it was almost like a kid talking, where you're like, oh, that's kind of brilliant, but you don't even know it.
Yeah, there's a story like he was on the team with DiMaggio, and there was one time he grounded out to shortstop or whatever, and he didn't hustle. And he came back to the dugout. He goes, oh, you're just not going to run? and he never didn't hustle. Like, just all that took was like one comment. Like,
good.
Like, you think you're better than us?
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. You hustle.
Hell yeah.